way I like it. I love my Judge 45. Hey, I am Society Post Sanity SPS. I want to get into our doctrine today for you advocates and zealots and gunologists, those that are passionate about firearms. Let's open up our doctrine, shall we? The NRA, and no, that's never release ammo, that's the National Rifle Association, has some definitions. We're going to clarify these, and then we're going to move forward. I'm going to help you today. The assault rifle, by U.S. Army definition, now all of this is NRA here, I'm quoting. Assault rifle, by U.S. Army definition, a selective fire rifle chambered by a cartridge of intermediate power. If applied to any semi-automatic firearm, regardless of its similarity to a true rifle, that term is incorrect. And that's assault rifle. Right under assault rifle for definitions comes assault weapon. I'm just going to say NRA does acknowledge assault weapon in so much. There are so many people. Somebody cliched this and it just went on the redneck vine and everybody believes it. Nobody fact checked it. And so you just hear this vomit verbiage that's like, there's no such thing as assault weapon. Oh, define assault weapon. I'm going to define assault weapon because the NRA defined assault weapon, and somehow that's the only doctrine some of you God, guns in America, gun zealots here too, but you haven't even read it. So the NRA does acknowledge it, and the NRA's definition, and get this, assault weapon. Any weapon used in assault. Any weapon used in assault. So, for those that are not gun enthusiasts, passionate, I'm going to go ahead and tell you the difference between an assault rifle, which is a military-grade service weapon, and an AR armor light rifle. AR does not stand for assault rifle, so please clear that up real quick. Otherwise, you're going to get in these arguments with these enthusiasts who only know cliches and they can't see over semantics, and they don't have the patience, they don't have the time, they don't have the energy, and they don't have the wherewithal to say, let's educate them in kindness. So the AR, the armor light rifle, is a semi-automatic. I'm going to pull up my revolver just to show you. The semi-automatic requires a trigger pull for each cartridge to have that fire pin hit it. The gunpowder explodes, the bullet is released from the shell casing, and then the empty shell casing is ejected from the chamber. So that bullet is the tip of that shell casing is what will go down and go through the barrel and hit your target, right? And that's only going to happen on each individual trigger pull. You can pull this back, you can hold this back into that position, and it's not going to do anything on your rifle. It's done. Your shot is over. You have to release it and pull again. The assault rifle, the military grade service weapon, is a weapon that has the ability setting to do semi, which we just discussed, and fully automatic, which is where you pull that trigger, you depress it and hold, and as many cartridges that you have in your magazine or on your clip. Side note, magazine and clip are two different things. There are two different devices, two different storage devices to hold your cartridges. Those are not interchangeable terms. Back. So when you're holding back that trigger, you have a magazine up into your chamber, and say your magazine holds 19, say it holds 30. That's how many cartridges are going to be loaded up into the chamber and shot. The bullet will go down your barrel and out to your target, right? And you just have to press once, and you can shoot 30 off within a matter of seconds. If, say, you have a clip and your clip has 100, automatically feeding into the chamber and firing. The semi-automatic and the fully automatic clips and their magazines that hold the cartridges, those are automatically going to feed into the chamber. But what happens is, do you have to pull that trigger to get that firing pin to hit that cartridge, that shell casing, so the gunpowder can explode and the bullet goes down the barrel. So as long as my finger is depressed upon that trigger and my magazine or my clip has ammunition and it's feeding, it's going to fire. I never have to push that trigger back. I just have to keep it held back. And, you know, I can get, if I'm on a clip and I have 100, I can get 100 off, you know, extremely quickly. And then I'll, not depress, but I'll release it. You know, I'll reload and then I can go again. So that's the difference. Also, the difference between an armor light rifle is that an 18-year-old American who can pass a background check buys one. The assault rifle, the military grade service weapon that's fully automatic, you have to have a license to possess it, to own it, to transport it, and to sell it. So a typical civilian is not going to be able to walk up and purchase a fully automatic weapon. They are regulated, they are restricted because we have terms. According to our Constitution, we have the right to bear arms, but we have a lot of firearms. So we have to have definitions. We have to categorize them. That way we know what laws pertain, what restrictions pertain to which one. You don't have the restrictions on an armor light rifle, AR, that you do on a BB gun, okay? On a slingshot, on a knife, right? So we have to have categorizations, you know, just like you have street cars, and then you have racing cars that are not permitted in the street, correct? So, but they're both cars. So people in these on news feeds, responding to news articles and news videos, and they're like, oh, you know, they're a clown, they're an idiot, there's no such thing as an assault weapon, freaking redneck. According to the law and according to the NRA, these are not made up terms that the government's trying to spooky scare you. Okay, there really is a category, and within that category, you will find semi-automatic, fully automatic, you know, and people will say trucks can be used as a weapon and blades and bombs. My discussion right now is on firearms, military grade versus civilian. My next one, we're going to talk about civilians and ages. So keep it hard, guys, because the hard casing is where it's at. Bye.